Boys and girls, it's Miss Kramer. Let's write a book today. In order to do this, you need some white paper. You need some crayons or colored pencils. I couldn't find any crayons in my house, so I found some colored pencils. You might want to have a list of our high frequency words. So there's a video already of all the high frequency words. If you want to have your parent or an older sibling just write those words down, there's 20 high frequency words or sight words that might be a good reference. If you have your alphabet handy, that might be a nice reference to have in case you need it. And some special sounds that we went over. There's another video of special sounds that you'll learn, very handy for kindergarten. So a few digraphs, the ing chunk, and then some other special sounds. So this is also not in your packet, but an adult can write this down for you, or you can pause the video right now and grab a piece of paper and write down the digraphs. Or if you have an older sibling, you can have them sit next to you and they can be a resource, and that's pretty much all you need. So with your white piece of or white paper, you're going to count out 5 sheets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you need to pause the video at any time to gather your supplies, you can do that. So I have my 5 pieces of paper, and then I'm going to ask an older sibling or an adult to staple them into a book. Okay, so I don't want you using a stapler as a tool, and I want an adult to use for you, or an older sibling that feels comfortable doing that for you. And then I'm going to staple it like a book. So on the left-hand side, you're going to put staples down the side. Okay, so it looks like this. So this is the framework for your book, like we did in class together. And on the cover, you're going to draw a pretty big triangle. Let me show you how big I want you to draw it. About like that. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be a triangle, because inside the triangle, so if you need to pause and draw your triangle, go ahead. Inside the triangle, we're going to write our big idea. So the triangle ends up being our roof of our house. It's your big idea or your main idea. Okay. So if you need to pause and gather your materials, go ahead and do that. If you're with me, I'm assuming you have 5 pieces of paper stapled together with a big triangle on the front, and then you're going to write your name. Now we're going to write it at the bottom of our triangle. I changed this, so watch where I'm writing my name. So I'm writing my name right here. Go ahead if you need to pause and write your name. Go ahead and do that right at the bottom of your triangle. If you need to pause, go ahead. If not, I'm going to move on so the video does not end up too long. And then we're going to write our big idea at the top. So way at the top, we're going to write all. So capital A, L, L spells all. That's another chunk, kind of like ing. I can add things to the front of all and turn it into ball or call, but I'm just going to use all. And down here, I'm going to write about. So leave yourself a little bit of space, because you need to write what your idea is about. You can just copy the letters from my example to spell about. So if your teacher has a word in the room, you use it as a resource, and you can copy it right from that resource. It's right here. So far I have all about. Then I'm going to come down, leave myself a little bit of space, and draw a line. Now I need to decide, what do I want to write about today? I'm going to talk about some things that I know something about. I'm going to pick an idea that I know a lot about. Let me give you some examples of things that I thought of before I put my idea down. So something I know a lot about is my backyard. So here was my idea I thought about. I wrote all about my, and that's one of our TK sight words, and I wrote backyard. And then I took 3 different ideas from my backyard, and then I started to draw the pictures of things that I have for ideas about my backyard. So I have a bird feeder in my backyard. So I do that on that side of the triangle. So this side of the triangle gets 1 idea, like my bird feeder drawing. I thought that turned out nice. But even if your drawing doesn't turn out super nice, that's okay. It's just an idea. The cover is a way to get your ideas out. So we're going to draw 1 picture on this side, and that tells me about my big idea, which is my backyard. So tell me about your backyard, Miss Kramer. Well, I have a bird feeder. And then you can clap again for this side of the triangle. Tell me about your backyard, Miss Kramer. Well, I also have a hummingbird feeder. So I drew a hummingbird feeder. It's full of red hummingbird liquid with a little tiny hummingbird coming to take a drink. And when I'm doing my drawings, I try to add a little detail so it reminds me of what I want to talk about when I write about it in my book. Now my last idea, because I'm going to do 3 ideas for my triangle, my last idea that I'm going to tell you about is I got this beautiful rosemary bush for Christmas from all the students, all of you, and my parents from the owl class, and that's still growing in my backyard. So this is a rosemary bush that I have. So this is my cover. If I wanted to decide to write my story about my backyard, I'm going to choose 3, tell me about it, details, and draw the pictures around the triangle. Does that make sense? Okay, that's one idea. I just wanted to show you what that looks like. Then I thought about something else. Again, I'm going to pick something for my big idea that I know a lot about. And this one is all about snacks. I'm thinking about all the snacks I've been eating lately. Over here is those flat pretzels. So when I draw my picture, I like to have the thing in front of me to copy because that makes it easier to draw. So I grabbed my picture out of the package out of the pantry. Not too bad, huh? I just did the best I could. It's okay. It's just a drawing. So that's one idea that can tell me about my big idea, which is snacks. On the other side of the triangle, in this area right here, I need to draw another picture that tells about my big idea, snacks. Tell me about that, Miss Kramer. Well, I like to eat olives. These are olives. Okay, so then I put my third idea down at the bottom here, and I'm going to tell about my big idea, which was snacks. Tell me about that. What kind of snacks? What kind of, and it kind of looks like a pumpkin. It also kind of looks like an apple. It's not, it's a red bell pepper. And then I didn't pull the red bell pepper out of the refrigerator. And that's why it kind of looks like a pumpkin, but that's okay. And then I cut them up into rectangular shaped pieces. So these were my 3 ideas I had about snacks. So when you're going to write your cover, you're going to think about, first of all, something that you know a lot about. It just makes it easier to write about it. And then you're going to think of 3 tell me about it sentences and put each idea separately on each side of your triangle. The triangle is your big idea, and then your details or your tell me about it sentences go along the side. So how many details do you get? 3. How many main ideas? 1. So I decided I'm going to write about ladybugs because we've been studying ladybugs in our classroom. So I'm going to write all about, and then I'm going to write ladybugs. And remember on your title, all the words actually are capitalized only on the title. If you look at a book, every single book's title, the words are capitalized. At least the big words are capitalized. So all about ladybugs. Oh, and I'm actually going to copy this off of a resource that I have in front of me so I can spell ladybugs. This is lady, and then bug. I can sound that out too. So I want to use my alphabet. I can. Umbrella. Bug. Hard G, like gate. So I have all about ladybug. Do I want all about ladybug, or do I want all about ladybugs? I want ladybugs. So I hear zzz at the end. What letter is it? You are right. It's a mad S. At the end of a word, if you hear zzz, it is not a Z. Z is almost never at the end, very infrequently at the end. So if you hear zzz, it's a mad S. So I have all about ladybugs in my big triangle. If you need to pause the video and write your word, you can. Try not to copy mine. So writing is not a copy activity. It's a chance for you to get your ideas out. So if you write about something that you know about, the pictures will be easier for you to come up with, and the writing will be more beneficial for you. Doing this is one of the best things you can do to prepare for kindergarten. So I'm going to think about my 3 ideas. I'm going to pause the video at this point, and I'm going to draw my 3 pictures. Notice in the cover, I'm just putting words in the middle of the triangle, but not on the outside. So the outsides are just pictures. So my words are only in the middle in my big idea, with snacks. And this one, the only words were in the middle of my triangle inside my big idea, which was my backyard. And the outside pictures are just pictures. You don't need to do words. Okay, so let me pause it right now. And you go ahead and finish your cover while I finish mine. Okay, so here I have my ideas and my drawings on each side of my triangle. So whatever your big idea is, you have it on the line. Try not to copy mine. Try to come up with your own idea. It'll be more good. It'll be better practice. So on this side, I have my larva walking around. I did the best I could. And on this side, I have the pupa stage drawn. And down here, of course, the ladybug stage. So I made mine yellow because most of our ladybugs are yellow. So again, please use your own idea. Use your own big idea. Draw your cover first, spend time on your drawing. Your cover actually takes probably the most amount of time because you've got 3 ideas going right here. And the more details you put in, the easier it will be for you to write about it later. So this is the first part of writing our story. I think I'll stop it here and then start a new video of how to do the inside of your book. So this is how to write the cover of your book and how to put it together. Be good, be well.